Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Aidid Iskandar bin Yusof. I'm from class SR1155D1 and I will be presenting about the cardiovascular system. Okay, you guys must asking me what is the cardiovascular system, right? So, in short, the cardiovascular system is a part circulatory system. Also, include the lymphatic system which circulate, but the term circulatory system and cardiovascular system are commonly used interchangeably to describe blood circulation. So the organ system in which the blood is pumped through the heart and circulate throughout the body through the blood vessels. Okay, so moving on to the introduction of cardiovascular system. So the first one is the organ system that transports materials to and from all the cells of the body. The second one is to maintain homeostasis of the body. They also consist of three components, which is the heart, blood vessels, and blood. Okay, so moving on to the structure of the anatomy cardiovascular system, let we start with three main components, which is the first one, the heart, second, blood vessels, and the third one is blood. Okay, so we continue to the structure of the heart. Okay, we start with the shape, size of face and roughly cone shape, and about the length is about 12 centimeter long and 9 centimeter across the broadest point and about 6 centimeter thick. So the next one is pericardium, which is wall of the heart. The epicardium is the visceral layer of the serous pericardium. The myocardium is a muscular part of the heart that consists of contracting cardiac muscle and non-contracting Purkinje fiber that conduct nerve impulse cardiac cells. Cardiomyocytes are in this layer. Okay, so the endocardium is the thin, smooth endothelial inner lining of the heart, which is continuous with the inner lining of the blood vessels. Okay, we continue to the chambers of the heart. Chambers of the heart divided by two, which is upper and lower. So we start with upper first. Upper also divided by two, which is right atrium and left atrium. So the function of right atrium is to receive blood from the rest of the body. So on the left atrium is to receive blood from the lungs. Okay, next lower chamber is the ventricle. It might be different compared to atrium because of their function is opposite actually. So don't get panic, don't too stress. Just find it the key point. Okay, we start with left chamber, ventricle. Okay, the function of left ventricle is pumps out blood to the rest of the body, and right ventricle is to pumps blood to the lungs. Okay, we still continue, and okay, as we can see in the image, we can find it where's the components on the heart is located. Okay, so where's the superior vena cava, aorta, pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein, mitral valve, aortic valve, left ventricle, right ventricle, left atrium, right atrium, ventricular fiber, and so on. Okay, so as I have mentioned in the previous slide, what is the function of left ventricle? If you guys still remember, okay, the answer is simple. Left ventricle, the function of the left ventricle is to pumps out blood to the rest of the body. Right, right ventricle. The function of the right ventricle is to pump blood to the lungs, and the right atrium, as I mentioned in the previous slide. So I was told you that atrium and ventricle is opposite, actually they are is opposite their function actually, kan. Right. So yeah, in this point, arteries carry blood away from the heart. Okay. And the second one, pulmonary artery carry blood to the lungs, and last but not least, oxygen rich blood lift to the heart to an artery. Okay, we still continue on the next slide. Okay, as you can see, this is image of veins. Okay, so capillaries merge into venules, which merge into veins. The venous system fits into the two major veins, the superior vena cava, which mainly drains tissue above the heart, and the inferior vena cava, which mainly drains tissue below the heart. These two large veins empty into the right atrium of the heart. So you can, as you can see in the image, you can see where is the artery located, arteriole located, capillaries, venules, vein, and you can see where is the blood from the heart, and the flow that it comes out to the flow to the heart and comes out to the vein, and yeah, oxygen, nutrients, waste, and carbon dioxide. Okay, guys, moving on to the heart valve. Let's discuss and analyze together. Okay, as you can see, I already show that this is image of heart valve. Okay, so the heart consists of four chambers, two atria or might be called upper chambers, and two ventricle or might be called lower chambers. The valve prevent the backward flow of blood. Okay, so the heart valve can divide it by four, which is the first one is a pulmonary valve, and the second one is tricuspid valve, and the third one is a aortic valve, and the fourth is the military valve. So um, pulmonary valve is located between the right ventricle and the pulmonary artery. Um, Tricuspid valve is located between the right atrium and the right ventricle. So aortic valve is located between the left ventricle and the aorta. So last but not least, mitral valve is located between the left atrium and the left ventricle. Okay, so let's we continue to the function of cardiovascular system. Okay, in short, the function or purpose of cardiovascular system is to pump blood around the body. But why? The simple answer is to deliver oxygen. There's no blood that is blood multiple lacking oxygen pumped from the heart to the lungs where picked up. The now oxidation blood returns to the heart from where it is pumped to the rest of the body, at which point the oxygen is offloaded within the muscular chemical potential energy. But the movement oxygen is a part of the story. Blood carries a lot more than that. For example, waste product, carbon dioxide, which is byproducts respiration and which the heart pump back to the lungs to be exhaled. Blood carry other waste products to deliver such as bilirubin and lactate to processing and some cases elimination from the body. Blood transport electrolytes, glucose, fatty acid, and it transport hormone like insulin and cortisol. So as you can see in this on the slide, I already put it in the key point, which is the first one, transport and remove. transport hormone, and to maintain body temperature. It's not just that actually. There is more function of CV system, which is like to prevent the dehydration. Okay. Okay. Uh, Moving on to the next slide, we want to talk about the blood flow in the cardiovascular system. Okay, let me make it short to you guys to understand. So, first thing first, blood is essential for life. Okay, so there are four main components, which is plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Okay. Okay, so this is essential components. There are five components, which is the first one is the heart, and the second one blood, third one blood vessel, pulmonary circulation, and systemic circulation. Okay, I want to talk you guys and to summarize you guys about the how the blood flow or how the processing the blood flow. Okay, so let we start with the right side. On the right side, okay, blood enters heart through two large veins. Okay, so blood flows from the right atrium to the right ventricle. So when ventricle is full, the tricuspid will immediately shut. Okay, so on the left side, empties oxygen-rich blood. The second one, blood flows from left atrium to left ventricle. So when ventricle is full, the mitral valve will immediately shut. Okay, we are mostly to end of the presentation, but before that, um, let's we talk about the abnormal condition of heart. Okay, so there are many actually, so I picked two. So the first one is a heart failure and the second one is a cardiomyopathy. So the heart failure, okay, the term heart failure can be frightening. It doesn't mean the heart has failed or stopped working. It means the heart doesn't pump as well as it should. So if you have a heart failure, you will enjoy better health and quality of life if you take care of yourself and keep yourself in balance. It's important to learn about heart failure, how to keep in good balance, and when to call the doctor. Okay, so the second one is cardiomyopathies. Cardiomyopathies refers to conditions that affect the myocardium or might be called heart muscle. Cardiomyopathies can make your heart stiffen, enlarge, or thicken and can cause scar tissue. As a result, your heart can't pump blood effectively to the rest of your body. In time, your heart can weaken and cardiomyopathy can lead to heart failure. Treatment can help. Some people with cardiomyopathy eventually need a heart transplant. So, okay, we already the end of the presentation. So, in my point of view, in this topic, in this cardiovascular system title, so we must take care of our cardiovascular system very well because we need to use it in a long time. Okay, remember, it's a long-term investment. It's not a short term. Okay, so take care of your cardiovascular system, guys. See ya.